Mountain News, First at 4, continues.
Nearly a dozen families are receiving more aid in Nicholas County thanks to the Kentucky Realtors. This comes after devastating flash flooding swept through that region more than 2 months ago. Anna Berniston was there as they handed out the checks and brings us the latest.
As residents here in Nicholas County wait to hear if the appeal for FEMA aid is approved, the Kentucky Realtors have stepped in to help out several families in this community after the devastating flash flooding.
It has been over 2 months since severe flash flooding swept through Nicholas County, and after FEMA aid was first denied in early September, many residents are still wondering if the appeal will be approved. But today, Kentucky Realtors stepped in to help. Using money they raised through the year in their disaster relief fund, they are helping 11 families with $1,000 checks that go towards their housing. And one of the families helped was the Fosters, who say this money will go a long way in helping them get back their life.
It's going to be a lot. It's like 10,000 to me today. I'll tell you right now. I mean, anything's a blessing, and this is a real big blessing. You know, I owe some mortgage on my house, and this will help go toward it, and just every little bit, anything helps.
Now, along with the money coming from Kentucky Realtors Disaster Relief Fund, the Lexington Bluegrass Association of Realtors also stepped in and pitched in money to help out more families in these communities. In Nicholas County, meteorologist Anna Berniston, WKYT.
And while 11 families received money today to go towards housing, 3 others are in the process of being approved. One new local business is bringing snacks to the table for people in the Pikeville area. Gray's opened its doors in Pikeville recently, offering charcuterie spreads to spice up special occasions, snack boxes to liven up lunchtime, and local goods to promote Appalachian products. The space is operated by Kelly Thompson, who worked in education for more than 30 years and just transitioned from feeding minds to feeding mouths.
Taught school and always enjoyed doing this kind of thing and wanted to. And so upon retirement, we decided that we would just give this a whirl and see how the community would receive it. And it's just been a real blessing. People have been very receptive.
You can hear more about the space and how it has grown in just a short amount of time coming up at 5:30.
Not a complete lack of sunshine out there today, but overcast has been with us for much of the day out there today. Pine Mountain camera along US 119. Well, we've still got the sun out, but you can kind of tell that we're a little bit on the cloudy side. I-75 at Mount Vernon, we are completely on the cloudy side, and even a couple of showers not far away from Rockcastle County right now. Still warm in some spots, though. It's 80 in Irvine. It's 76 in London, 77 here in Hazard, and 78 in Middlesboro. So, yeah, we are still dealing with the warmth despite the cloud cover out there. You see what we're talking about. In fact, we'll zoom in just a little bit on the I-75 corridor. That's where we're seeing a few of those showers moving through Somerset right now. We'll be pushing into Laurel and Rockcastle counties over the next little bit, as well into McCreary and Whitley counties. So we're going to continue to see a couple of showers as we head through the afternoon, but those will diminish as we head into the evening. Partly cloudy skies look to continue as we head through tonight into those low to middle 60s for overnight lows. Plenty more where that came from over the next 48 hours, and I'll have the details on that coming up a little bit later on. Steve?
All right, thank you very much. An artist performing in an opera at Moscow's Bolshoi Theater was killed during an onstage accident on Saturday. Russian state news agency TASS says he was crushed by a piece of scenery. The incident took place toward the back of the stage. Moscow's prosecutor's office has opened an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the accident. Experts are no longer recommending people 60 and older take aspirin to prevent heart disease and stroke unless they have significant risk factors. The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force is also proposing a new recommendation for adults in their 40s and 50s to talk to their clinicians about taking low-dose aspirin. That marks the first time the recommendation has been considered for people in their 40s. The changes stem from risks of bleeding in the stomach, intestines, and brain, which go up with age and can outweigh the benefits for people without certain risk factors. The Food and Drug Administration is lowering its voluntary sodium guidelines. In the next 2.5 years, the FDA wants to lower the average sodium intake to 3,000 milligrams per day. That's about a 12% reduction from current levels. But that is still above the American Heart Association's recommendation of 2,300 milligrams. Too much salt can raise blood pressure and cause kidney disease while upping risks for heart attack and stroke. The FDA says it is working with the food industry to meet its new targets. Star Trek's William Shatner has become the oldest person to go into space. The 90-year-old actor, best known as Captain Kirk, lifted off in Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket this morning. CBS's Mark Strassman reports from the launch site outside Van Horn, Texas.
No, it wasn't the USS Enterprise, but at age 90, Star Trek's William Shatner went on a real-life space adventure, the oldest person ever to do so. The actor and 3 others traveled to the edge of space aboard Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket before the capsule parachuted back to Earth. The entire adventure lasted about 10 minutes.
I'm so filled with emotion about what just happened. It's extraordinary.
The trip comes 55 years after Shatner's captain James T. Kirk first defined star voyaging on television.
And it looks like there's a great deal of curiosity about this fictional character, Captain Kirk, going into space. So let's go along with it and enjoy the ride.
Flying with Shatner, who was comped a ticket by Blue Origin, to millionaire businessmen and a Blue Origin executive.
And you're going to hear the engine cut off.
They've trained over the last 2 days for this moment, their space tourism adventure in Blue Origin's New Shepard crew capsule.
I hope I never recover from this.
Back in July, millions watched Bezos launch himself to the edge of space. Today was Captain Kirk's turn. It wasn't William Shatner's final frontier, but his latest one. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Culberson County, Texas.
What a moment that was today. The 2 businessmen flying with Shatner paid their own way, but the company has never disclosed the cost of a ticket. As Shatner's dreams became a reality in space, a 2-year-old boy's birthday dreams came true back here on Earth when a convoy of Jeeps paraded past his house in Wilmington, North Carolina last month. A video shared on social media showed the boy named Phoenix sitting in a toy car while the vehicles drove past. Phoenix's mom asked a neighborhood group on Facebook if anyone knew of a Jeep meetup so she could bring her son. One neighbor she had never even met took it a step further, making an event page and organizing the parade for him. Well, one Floyd County teacher is taking her love for colorful writing to the next level. Betsy Lane High School language arts teacher Dominique Messer recently wrote, illustrated, and published her first children's book titled Rainbow Kitty. The book follows the father-daughter story of the Rainbow Kitty and how she got her colors. Messer says she was inspired to write the book by her 4-year-old stepdaughter Lucy. Messer and school officials also say they hope she can inspire more young writers to chase their dreams and earn their colors.
Well, that's one thing here at Betsy Lane we try to tell every kid. It doesn't matter where you come from or your economics or your family or anything. The sky's the limit, and you can only hold yourself back. So go for it.
Principal Roberts says he and the school are proud of Messer and her accomplishments. We'll have more from Betsy Lane High School and their budding young author coming up at 5:30. But next year on First at 4, it's being called the Great Resignation. We'll take a look at why millions of Americans are quitting their jobs.
And sunshine and warm temperatures are on the way for the rest of the work week. I'll have the details on when the changes arrive